A new person to this set. Tami Flach is here.
All the way from Wisconsin, people.
By way of Belize.
By way of
You
Belize.
are a globetrotter.
Yes.
And we want to introduce you here to our studios as you. Let's tell people about who you are, because you came in about a month ago and you're planning to put on an event here in Harrison, actually this weekend.
Yes.
And what is the name of that event?
Body Lab USA, Holistic Healing and Psychic Fair.
Okay.
So we use the word psychic to bring awareness. That kind of scares everybody.
Well, yeah.
But I use the word purposely because we're trying to break the stereotypes. We're trying to break the fear wrapped around it. Many of us have had gifts, our whole lives. It just depends on how you want to label yourself. Psychic, intuitive, prophet,
And whatever level they want to
and whatever
label
level,
themselves.
right. So what I'm here to do is a lot of us have lived really comfortable lives in corporate world, business owners, and didn't bring us joy and happiness. So what we ended up doing is really going back to our roots of using a gift that we have to help other people. And so really trying to just educate people and let go of their fear.
So is the event to talk about the awareness?
Yes.
And maybe talk about what gifts they have, or just what you want to
It's all of it encompassing. We have one large room where we have all these vendors coming in from Nebraska, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and then we have a separate room which we have a gallery event. Now everybody's heard of John Edwards and the Long Island Medium. So we have Rev Kev coming in from Nebraska. He'll be doing that same thing. That's our only one paid speaker because he will be giving messages. But we have free lectures after that. So we will be talking about energy healing. What is that? Some people might have heard the word Reiki or healing touch, those kinds of things. I'm actually speaking on Christianity and spirituality and how they're very close to each other. I was raised a devout Christian, and how it actually goes together with what I'm trying to teach and educate people. So, because that's one thing everybody asks me, do you believe in Jesus? Yes. Do you believe in God? Yes. But I also work with people's past lives, and I have a broader range or knowledge that puts me, I feel, in a different category because it's kind of hard to put me in a box or a label.
When did you first know that you had some sort of gift?
When I was a child, I used to hear and see things that people used to tell me that I was making up, and I, would think, okay, maybe I heard those things, but I would hear people running up and down the stairs and things going on in the basement.
And this is not like an imaginary friend, or like a lot of kids do. They say, there's my friend over
No,
there.
I didn't want them in my room, because when I'd wake up and there's somebody standing there, they're not there to make, for whatever reason. So I would spend a lot of nights going into my parents' room and, Mom, I'm scared, and I'd sleep in the bathroom and shut the door and turn the light on. I don't know why I thought that would help, but I think they can go through the door, but that was
Good for a tornado. It's going to be good for that.
So there was a tornado, I was safe from the ghosts and from that tornado. So a lot of times as a child, I was scared a lot at night. And then generally speaking, most children have gifts. But if they are convinced or can convince themselves by the age of 13, 14, they're generally able to shut it off, which was what I was able to do. So
do you think that people shut it off completely and deny that, or?
I think many do, because as you grow older, and they say you don't have an imaginary friend, or you don't, it's kind of like that. I don't want to say brainwashing, but you can convince yourself. And then I have other people that I know, family members or friends that never really did shut off. They're able to kind of shut the door. My daughter has a gift, and, when she sees something, she's just like, God, I'm not ready for that yet. And she's able to kind of shut it back down. But, she can see dead people like she can see me and you, So, but she's able to just keep it, shut off. She's just not ready for it, nor does she want to deal with that. So
go ahead.
Oh, well, I was going to ask you, who are you targeting this to? Just the general public, or people that may feel like they have a gift and suppress it, or don't know?
I always just say, God puts me on a path, and I personally do not target anyone. I just present, the event, and who shows up, shows up. I do find that we attract very much so a middle-class Christian American group of people, but then I also look at, I always say like energy, birds of a feather. that's what most of us are that are in there. I mean, some of them are, my friends had been raised Catholic. I was raised Lutheran, some are Baptists. So basically, I just kind of I always say spirit take over, and sometimes you'll hear me say spirit, universe, God, because I believe it's all the same. The angels working together, and God and Jesus. And
you mentioned that people are able to shut it off.
Yes.
Also, you have to wonder, does God play a role in that? That maybe you're not ready. He doesn't feel like you're ready to handle. You know what I mean? If you have a communication with him, and
absolutely, and that's how it works. It's why do we pray? But it's also teaching people. I've had relatives in my own family say, well, when you meditate, you're opening up to a whole nother, bad things. And what I always say is, praying is you just yapping to God. Meditating is shutting up so God can talk back.
Yeah.
Now, is there good and bad out there? There's good and bad in every industry. It's called duality. Without the sun, you don't appreciate, without the rain, you don't appreciate the sun. Without, any field. You have doctors, you have lawyers, you have priests, good and bad. It's learning what feels right for you. If you go into some place and it absolutely doesn't feel right to you, then don't go. It's not for you.
Yeah.
And that's how we feel about this event.
Yeah.
We're just here to help.
Why Harrison, Arkansas? I'll let you ask a question in just a moment,
right.
but why Harrison, Arkansas?
That is the number one question I hear. Why Harrison? I will tell you, I have no idea. It was just laid on me.
Okay.
I've known for years that I would come eventually to the southern states because we cover the Midwest. And it just seemed like enough of my vendors from up north started moving down here. And it just, like I say, spirit runs this show and I just show up. And, for some people that are comfortable, I say God runs this show and I just show up. There might be 3 people through the door. There might be 300.
Right.
And if 3 show up, those 3 were here to help and to educate and realize that you have a physical body and a soul. We've never been taught how to take care of the soul other than just praying. But yoga, meditation, 2 of the best things to help keep your energy moving and flowing. If you have a physical injury, you can have energy work and that energy can flow better. It's just learning what is a chakra, what's a meridian. Those are all the internal parts. And if your physical and soul ain't working together, you got a problem. Yeah. Insomnia, stress will cause lots of problems. How do you handle stress? Our culture's taught us lots and lots of medicine. If you want some different alternatives, and I'm not against Western medicine. Everything is balanced, working together. So, again, just learning.
Okay.
All right.
You have another question to ask?
I've totally forgotten. No, I was going to ask, this is going to be where?
This will be at the Quality Inn
Quality
on
Inn,
Saturday from 10 to 5.
Saturday's date is what?
July 15th.
Okay.
Yep. But we've been waiting for this for a long time, so we are super excited.
And does the event, is there an entry fee or?
There is $5 to get in. That'll
Okay.
get you to free 5 of the free lectures. Like I said, we've got 2 rooms going on. We've got people selling crystals, organic clothing, different things like that, some books. And then the other room, like I said, we'll have the lectures. And then Rev Kev will be doing his thing in the morning, doing an hour gallery, giving messages to people. But if you want a more intimate, that's what the other room is for. You can sit even with me one-on-one. And people always say, what do I label myself? Psychic, intuitive. I don't know, I get information. But what I'll tell you is my information that I get isn't like, you're going to have a job in 2 weeks. And it's basically if I pick up on some struggles in your life. And for me, because I'm a healer-based psychic or reader, I will be able to see sometimes what happened to you as a child that is still affecting you currently, and maybe some things that you can do to get past some of those things. Again, being that I'm a hypnotherapist also, I may pick up something on a past life issue, a fear or phobia. How many people have fear or phobias and they can't figure out where it comes from? I have clients who come in, severe fear of spiders. They'll go back and look at where it originated from, therefore giving them relief.
Well,
I have a fear of running out of time.
Isn't that how that works?
That's
right.
how that works.
Right.
So we want to mention again.
July 15th,
July
Quality
15th.
Inn. What time?
10 to 5. It's open to the public at 10. Yes.
Okay.
And lectures, or the gallery starts at 10:30, and then we've got lectures all afternoon. And we're hoping people just come, even if they could just come. And we've had clients that'll come and they'll stand there and just look in the door. They're not quite sure.
But they're curious.
But at
Everyone's
least
curious.
they're approaching it.
Yep. And like I said, if that's all their experience needed to be, basically we're just trying to have people.
There's no wrong, whatever, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
That's really what we want to teach people is acceptance. Acceptance, whether you're Buddha, Buddhist, Hindu, Christian, it's all one. It's all about love. There's only one thing in this world that matters, and that's love and kindness. And our culture, many cultures are taught control, judgment, fear, and basically that's what we're just trying to change it away from.
Yeah.
Educating yourself and.
Well, we want to
Okay.
also, if people are interested right now, they see this segment and they want to know more information, they go to your website.
Yes,
Body
the
US?
website is bodylabusa.com. Yes,
Okay.
we have a Facebook page too, same thing, Body Lab USA.
All right.
Interesting.
So hopefully we'll see you guys there.
Yeah, Tami, good luck to you and hope you
Thank
fill the
you.
room.
Thank you.
Thank you
Me
very much.
too.
Yeah. Up next, you want to,
I'll let you talk.
we've got, no, I'm not going to.
We have Wanda Massengale representing the Ozark Humane Society with Della. Stay with us. I couldn't
Just
help
take it over.
myself.